talking about I owe you some money to be in here.
Why can't cats just get money on their books and keep it settled like that?
Because they're gonna take your money for living, my man.
Oh Jesus! They take your money.
They're gonna take your money.
Take your money.
You put that money on your books. It don't pay they fee. You know what I mean? I think they got a high fee too. Hold on. I think I got a surprise for you. I got a call from the prison, and we finna see what they feel.
It's about to go down.
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from...
You ever in your life have seen slavery? This is another form of it right here.
What's happening? This is Gator.
What's happening? This is Mamba.
And this is the Gator and Mamba show.
What's happening, world? It's good to see everybody again. Good to see you again. Like to just shoot the breeze and kind of figure things out. And as we do, usually at the top, just basically kind of find out how was your weekend? What you been up to?
Oh man, my weekend was, one hot ticket. I went to go get me some spiritual healing, so I went to Mexico City. In the mountains, looking at the mountains for about 4 or 5 days. It was. I got my Zen on. You know what I mean? I'm peaceful, and I'm easy.
How long was you there?
I just said 4 or 5 days.
What that look like though? Like the spiritual thing. Set it up for people, because don't nobody know. You go to Mexico City, don't nobody know what that looks like, what that means.
Yeah. I get you. Well, it's simply, you know what I mean? You go to a remote location, you know what I mean? And you turn off your devices, your phones, your electronics, and you know what I mean? You do some meditating, you know what I mean? You eat you some vegan food, you know what I mean? So you clean your system, you get your whole system cleaned out, you get away from the fog and the smog, and you just kind of take in nature. Get back connected with the mother.
Shit, that sounds like something most people need to do.
Yeah, man, you need to take time out in your life to make it happen. So, give you some peace. If you're holding on to stress all day because of things happening, you're afraid you're gonna lose your job, you're afraid somebody gonna hurt you, you're afraid, you just tighten up and your body don't respond well. Yeah.
So you feel like, as far as that, let you out a little bit.
Yeah. I'm feeling nice and loose.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, welcome back. I'm glad I see the light in you.
Well, I appreciate you, fella.
That's a good look for you. Well, let's see. Mine wasn't as spiritually enlightening, I guess. Well, depending on how you look at it. It was about music, and music is one of my favorite subjects. Vibration is something about vibration that just is intrinsic, and it just gets my vibe or whatever. But
well, that's a bit spiritual.
Yeah. Well, yeah, agreed. I went to see one of my favorite artists. Music Soul Child.
Ooh, Music Soul Child's a bad man.
Yeah. And it'd be funny. I'm a top fan, and you forget how many. I wish he would have sang way more songs, but I think everybody always asks that when they go to a concert. Like, I wish they would sing this song or that song or whatever. But to be honest, every song he sung was very nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? It brought me back to the days when this, that, and the other, this kind of fun. I could always just see myself in those particular time periods and stuff like that. And it's funny too, when I came back home, because I listened to Music Soul Child so much, so often. I'm talking CD kind of album, back to back kind of thing.
Yeah. You got any babies off of them?
My kids is like, oh, did you go? How was it? Right? Usually they, I went to Leela James and a couple others. They don't give a shit about nothing about that. But because that particular artist resonates with their childhood too, and me singing the songs, their mom singing the songs and all that, all the things that happen as far as blending and bonding and all that, she was real, and they were real interested in just like, wow, you got to see music or whatever. So it was just altogether a spiritual experience as well.
Good, nice. Did you get them backstage passes?
Nah.
Oh man.
I just told you a funny story is, man. I asked, I was excited, being a little fan, and I won't tell the other part. I'll just say it like this. I was a fan, and I went to one of music's band members or whatnot, and I was like, hey man, hey, that's my guy. What I got to do to get a picture with him? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, no, you can't see him. You can't do nothing to get back here. I was like, oh wow. So basically,
so you was
fuck
being a
me.
fan.
I was a
out
fan,
there,
man. All I wanted was a picture, man.
Man, and then you got the stiff hand. This is a stiff arm,
Yeah.
like no.
Well, he more or less just kind of turned his back on me. Like, ain't nothing you can do, homie.
Little guy, you ain't never seen Music Soul Child.
Yeah, well, I'll go see him at another concert.
Right. Buy them backstage passes.
Right.
You'll get to see him.
Pay a little extra, I guess.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Well. Oh, you know what? That's another sort of segment that I wanted to highlight. Just in terms of a local black business here in Minnesota, I wanted to give a special shout out to Nature Syrup. I'm not gonna say the sister's name, but Nature Syrup. I use this shea butter, if you will, whatever, on my skin, and it smells great for men. Don't smell too feminine. This particular one, she got a whole bunch of other stuff or whatever, and she's quite popular here. So I just want to give Nature's Syrup a shout out in that regard.
Yeah. She's doing my beard well with her.
Oh, you got her beard
Oh,
on?
I got her beard stuff
Yeah.
on. I can smell
Yeah.
it. It smells great. It smells great, ladies. It do. You should smell it.
So shout out to Nature Syrup, respect, and continue business. We appreciate you. What's today's topic?
I think we're gonna talk about that old prison system. You know what I mean?
Slavery.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Prison slavery is what we call it, right?
Right.
But is that just a term, or is that for real slavery?
Well, let's dig deep into it, right? You asking that because there was a Emancipation Proclamation that declared and they supposedly abolished slavery.
What does abolish mean?
They got rid of.
So it's done.
It's
no
done.
more slavery.
No more
Period.
slavery. That's what it's specified.
Okay.
We proclaim slavery to be over.
Yeah.
That's what they said. However, they put this little caveat in the Constitution in the 13th Amendment that they kind of slid up in there. That how lawyers be doing and shit. You read some shit and be like, yeah, that sounds good. Then you didn't.
The fine print.
The fine print.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So they put in the fine print, and I'm sure some of y'all know, but let's just say it for those who don't know. Except, the word except. They said slavery is abolished. You can't have slaves in the United States, period. Well, except
The special rule.
the special rule.
What's the special rule?
The special rule is except as punishment for a crime.
So what you're telling me is if you get convicted of a crime, you in fact are liable to do some slavery or
Yeah.
be a slave.
Or you're a slave.
Or you're just a slave.
Just a slave. It's just that simple.
Wait a minute. And maybe I got it wrong. So just let me get this correct.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is our people fought so hard to get out of slavery just to get hit with this loophole to continue to be slaves.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Slavery, free labor is bread. Free labor is money. Free labor is why this country is the international conglomerate that it is.
Wait, free labor. So you're saying what slavery was used for was to really make people money?
White people, but yeah.
I heard black people had slaves.
Probably. We're talking about the vast majority, though.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's talk about the vast majority.
Okay, I digress.
But yeah, man, slavery was big business, and I think it freaked them the hell out, especially the rich of the rich. It's like, look, man, we can't totally get rid of this because we making hand over fist. Man.
Yeah.
We making bread.
Yeah,
Man.
because at one point I do know this that slavery was the biggest business in America. They thought it was the textiles and the cotton producing machines, but it didn't have nothing on the people who was actually running the equipment.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you shit, think about it. Let's just make this shit simple, right? We own a business, right? We got people who work for us, right?
Yeah.
They go out, they do their service or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, just imagine, right? They go out, and they still go out, and we get to keep everything that's made.
Jesus, that's a lot of goddamn money.
That's a lot of damn money, man.
Jesus, that's a lot of goddamn money. So you saying that like people and or businesses are doing that now?
Shit, businesses are contributing and being a part of that ecosystem to this day. What my man say? To this day. To this day. You want me to name off a few of these businesses?
I'm oblivious. Let me know.
Nah, you know these. You know these businesses, man.
Yeah, right. I need to know.
You telling me you don't know McDonald's?
What?
You don't know McDonald's? You ain't
What?
never heard of a
What?
McDonald's?
Slow it down. McDonald's, what my kids ask for every goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
Participate in slavery?
Yes, indeed. They have investments in every which way in regards to prisons, slavery, period.
What?
You like
But
Starbucks, don't you?
Wait. Just slow it down for me.
Okay.
You know I'm a little bit slow, man. So you saying that the prison you can invest in? So because it's a business, it's not like a government type of
Oh, yeah,
entity. It's a
yeah.
business.
You can invest in it. Anyone can invest and get profit from slavery today.
Oh.
McDonald's is doing it, like I said.
I apologize. Continue.
Starbucks is doing it.
Starbucks.
Man, what's that other one?
I
What's
just
that
had a
other one?
lemon head today.
You participate in
Oh
slavery,
my
man.
God. Oh my God. I just got me a little tea situation.
I can't even front though. I just bought my son a Happy Meal.
Yeah, they goddamn kids. I think they're gonna have to participate in slavery because I don't know how to get past that, man. That's for McDonald's, straight up.
Yeah, they ain't getting rid of that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
A few more. Verizon.
So not all the telephone companies, but Verizon. Just Verizon.
I mean,
What, Sprint?
Sprint's on there too.
Sprint too.
Sprint.
Verizon and Sprint.
Verizon and Sprint.
Okay.
Two of the biggest.
What kind of labor would they be getting from the prison system?
So the particulars, I don't know, right? Because we don't know to what extent either is it a type of labor that they're getting because of let's say phones, because of service, because of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't know the specifics, but we know whatever it is that they're investing their future, their establishment in these particular in slavery.
Yeah.
J.C. Penney, Kmart, Walmart. You should have known Walmart. And a number of others. All of which.
I think if I had to guess, I would have guessed Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart's so
sure.
big, you gotta think
Yeah,
they
yeah,
invested in everything criminal personally.
Yeah. So my mind says this. If prisons is a business and the business is slavery, that somehow, some way, that business has to produce more business. As you and I understand business, we know that we need more business in business.
Yeah.
So if it's a prison, then their product has to be crime, right? So that means that they would benefit from crime being committed so that they can keep getting the money for locking the people up who's committing the crimes.
Sounds like a big ass recycling circle. But
Wait,
yes.
do niggas know this?
If they knew,
Like,
if they
what the
knew,
fuck?
I
Like,
doubt that they'd be doing it.
Do they understand Did they voluntarily going into slavery to line somebody's pockets?
No, hell no, no. No one knows it. From some of the most educated to some of the most uneducated. Nobody pays attention.
Oh,
and
somebody
knowingly
know,
knows
goddamn
this.
nigga. You know, you did some research. Somebody know.
Well, but I had to do research to thoroughly understand it. Now, sure, I understand the 13th Amendment. I've read about it. I get it. I saw the movie 13 with the documentary 13 with Ava DuVernay. I think that's her name. Sorry if I mess up your name, love. I saw all of that. So all of it ranked in and everything, but it don't, because it's so passe, you don't really pay attention to it until you go to your McDonald's and you see these numbers and all that kind of shit.
What in the that's the cleaning maid coming in, getting it in with
the
yeah, this is his time, his part. That's
Actually,
his
I
part.
love when he comes in, man.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
not only that, so if what people don't know in that capacity, there's a lot of stuff that happens that's just not about being in prison, right? It's not just about being an inmate. It's about the things that occur, why it's slavery and why it's just not about you being locked up. It's about when you get out too.
Let me read you this. I just got this that came through right now, right?
Go ahead.
It's we got Core Civic Inc. Ticker CXW. Core Civic, formerly known as Corrections Corporation of America, CCA, Correction Corporation of America.
Oh, those
What
are
a
all
name.
the stock tickers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is one of the largest private prison operators in the U.S. It manages a wide range of correctional facilities and detention centers across the country. CGO Group is the next one. This is these are the biggest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The CGO Group, the GEO Group is another major private prison operator. In addition to managing prisons and detention facilities, GEO Group also offers rehabilitation and reentry programs, along with electronic monitoring and other community-based services. Both companies have been the subject of controversies due to their role in the for-profit prison industry, which has raised concerns about incentives to maintain high levels of incarceration and the quality of care and service provided within their facility. So what they really saying is, not only are they pumping profits by putting extra crime on the streets, but they're not even putting the money back into the prisons. They sucking it all in their pockets and leaving the conditions horrible.
Man, let me tell you how quickly and easily, because that's why I asked if those were stock tickers, because I got Robinhood and some other places where I can easily invest.
Yeah.
You can easily invest in those particular businesses. I just pulled up the GEO Group.
Yeah.
In Robinhood right now. Let's see, they're at $13 a share, but any person, you got Robinhood, you can start investing in slavery right now.
God damn. This motherfucking
God
country.
damn.
This country, boy, I tell you the truth. You not only do they reward the sleazy and the corrupt, but they also have major opportunities to invest in a downfall of a country. How long can they sustain this type of energy? You know what I mean? Fucking people. You know what I mean? Like, this company
Seems like
gets
over
rich on fucking
400
people.
years.
Yeah.
Over
well,
400 years.
Well,
shit.
yeah, they get rich on fucking people, man. This is what they do.
So what I was saying is when someone gets out of jail, it don't stop there, right? You think, in your mind, you think, they did their time, so let them come back in society, right? The natural mind thinks. However, they have to deal with stuff like employment barriers. Luckily, MIB is felony friendly to a degree. Housing, you can't get a loan when it comes to housing, buying a home. And when it comes to renting, they're going to ask if you're a felon or anything like that and look at your criminal history. So you can get pushed out for that. So just trying to get a roof over your head is difficult. Legal restrictions. holding professional licenses. So there's people that get bachelor's degrees or whatever kind of degrees up in prison, and when they come out, they can't even get a license to continue on to do the work that they want to do. Some of that is like nursing and so on and so forth that they get played out of.
So you telling me while you're in prison, they'll tell you can get this degree and even pump your mind up thinking that the degree can get you somewhere, and then when you get out, that degree means nothing.
Yep. Shit, you can go in and master laws and stuff like that, which many do, you know. But you come out and you can get a degree in there, you know, in law.
Man,
but you bring your ass out, it's over.
There's a series of the dude. He became a lawyer in the prison, and then he started getting people out, nigga.
Yep.
So somebody.
But you can't get no legal license for it. You can give some advice and kind of quasi.
He got his
or whatever.
license, man.
No.
He didn't get his license.
I don't think so.
He
No.
did. So he did all that study and didn't get no
I
license.
don't think so.
He was getting people off though.
Right, he was getting, and there's a bunch of cats that's in prison that's actually doing that. They study and study and study, and if they can't do nothing for themselves, they end up helping somebody else out because it's like, hey, I know my case. Let me try to do something on yours. Maybe I can help out with that, which is a fucking beautiful thing. But the unfortunate part is, even if you were to help somebody out, they still gonna be in prison when they get the fuck out because you got let's say you got to pay some retribution or anything like that, or child support. You can't get a job, and a job is worth nowadays in terms of minimum wage $7 or some shit, and the rent is $1,200 a 1-bedroom or a studio. How the fuck you living, man? You're not living. Eventually, you get frustrated as a man because you at least want to stand on your own too.
Yeah.
And then, as you actually mentioned before, your stomach get hungry, something gonna have to happen because it's only a certain amount of time before your stomach hits your back, and you got to do something where your instincts kick in.
Well, let me go back and let me tell you. You know, that's living out here, right? You know, that's living in the world, right? It's difficult, right? You would think it ain't as difficult to live in a prison system.
Right.
Oh, but it is. Check it out.
You get 4 hots in the cot. Don't they say that?
Stop it. Yeah. For institutional jobs such as cooking, laundry, maintenance, cleaning, in most states, prisoners earn 14 cents. Yeah, 14 cents, my man. And then $1.41 per hour for these tasks. That's not for them tasks, but between 14 cents and $1.41 in those particular tasks. Prison industry jobs where inmates produce goods or services for outside companies or state agencies. These jobs tend to pay slightly more, but still low in the ratio between 33 cents and $2.
What the fuck can you get with 14 cents, man? Anywhere.
If you say the 14 cents up, you can get a pack of Roman noodles for commissary.
A pack.
I mean, you got to work a lot of hours, right? I mean, seriously, what you gonna do? You got to work a lot of hours, but I feel like.
But you can't do overtime. It's regular hours.
Well, wait, man. I mean, I seem to feel and see a contradiction. So, you said slavery, however, they're getting paid. How am I understanding the difference here?
I think you can even look at it like, so let's not say in terms of, let's think of dynamics. Let's not say in terms of slavery, you don't get paid, you just work. Let's think of indentured servitude, which is still slavery.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing way much more work and you're not getting paid a living wage at all. You can't survive and live off of this at all, which is still in the same constitution as slavery.
No, it's not.
Sure.
No, it's not.
Then you help me out.
Oh, so you're asking me the question, trying to put me on spot. Well, there ain't no worries, my man. I'm prepared. So here's the deal. I believe they have to pay to be in that jail.
You got to pay to live.
They got to pay to live in that jail. So
what you mean, though?
you got to pay.
Your overhead, you got to pay for your.
It costs
your,
money.
Your cots,
They charge.
your
hots and your cots. Would you say 4 of them?
Yeah.
You got to pay for them.
You got to pay for that.
You got to pay for them suckers. So, if you can't pay and or afford, you got to work it off.
Oh.
And that makes it slavery, right? Because I ain't want to be here in the first place to be
Well,
talking
hold
about
up,
I
hold up.
owe you some money to be in here.
Why can't cats just get money on their books and keep it settled like that? Like, I mean, if we talking about 14 cents, you know, family can send like $20 a week, really, and you be straight, right?
Because they're going to take your money for living, my man.
Oh, Jesus. They take your money?
They're going to take your money.
Take your money?
You put that money on your books. It did don't pay they fee. You know what I mean? I think they got a high fee too. So if I'm not mistaken, they're giving you 14 cents, but they charging you like $100 a month or so. I mean, I don't know the exact thing, but it seems to be a little lopsided to me.
So even though you're working for this wage, they tax you well out of way to where you ain't got shit left any goddamn way. All right, we still on the same subject, motherfucker?
We on the same subject. Sorry. You should have kept talking. I was trying to get you some more facts, but since you want to rush me off the fact list.
Well, let's still stick with some facts, because let's talk about Minnesota, because Minnesota. No, let's talk about statistics. Statistics show that across the country, right, over 70% of inmates are nonviolent, and most of that, in terms of the 70%, is drug related.
Mm-hmm.
Most of those individuals who are not violent are making 14 cents an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And in Minnesota, there are individuals that's in charge that could kind of help at least that particular piece out, to at least the nonviolent people, right? Even if you feel a certain way about, you know, of course, murderers and so on and so forth who've been violent against a person, I get that, right? But selling drugs or something like that, that ain't hurt nobody. Maybe you was in desperate need or something like that. Like, let's put a little bit of compassion in it. Okay, well, you didn't really harm nobody, but it's kind of like you kind of fucked up because those are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to punish them just like a violent whatever person, which don't make sense. So my thing is, like, why not at least give them a little bit more money? Let's say raise the minimum wage to at least $10. And you know who's in charge of making that happen?
Who's that?
So in Minnesota, it's the current up and coming running.
Hold on. I think I got a surprise for you.
Oh,
I got a call from the prison, and we finna see what they feel.
It's about to go down.
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from an inmate at Stanley Correctional.
I don't think he meant to say his name.
To accept this call, press 5. To reach
Blank it out.
all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Wait, what's happening, my man? Let me set the stage for you. You on the mic. We can hear you. We've been talking about conditions in the correctional facility. Let me introduce that you talking specifically about Wisconsin correctional facility, and we want to get your take on the conditions there that you're facing right now. To the people. This is my man. So I receive calls because, I fuck with him. So we doing that, and he gonna give us a synopsis on what's happening in that prison system. Go ahead. You got the full mic, full attention on you.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Terry Campbell. I'm honored to have this opportunity to share with each and every listener today the things that's taking place in the Wisconsin prison system. We have had 5 people that have lost their life in this system just this year. And there are many more that's dealing with medical issues that's not being addressed or even acknowledged. And there's also thousands of people in the Wisconsin prison system that have been over-sentenced due to lack of knowledge and insufficient funds to obtain an attorney, or public defenders, which they call them. That's dealing with an extremely large caseload of other people's. So all they want to do is resolve your case as soon as possible. So that
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't go so fast. So let me just ask a question or two. So you saying that most inmates can't afford a proper attorney, so then they get the public defenders that's almost part of the full system, and then they're just kind of stuck in that situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the public defender, each public defender they have 80 to 100 people on their caseload. So there's no way possible they have the time or the patience to deal with your case and see the best interest that they can get for your case. They're just too busy trying to resolve every case so they can get to the next case and clear up their caseload to where that you're being put in a position through the judicial system where you're being over-sentenced. Okay, because anytime they offer you a plea, 9 times out of 10, the first and second plea is extremely too much time. Okay, so people that sit here for drug offense and property crime, they giving them just as much time as they're giving people with attempt murders, assault, robberies, and batteries.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I'm going to get everything together for you where I can show you, and then you can get and check it. I'm going to have everybody's name. I just wanted to set the stage right now. So if anybody have any concerns or issues that they would like to look farther into, I'm going to make them things available for them. I just wanted to touch base on everything that's been taking place so they can be aware of it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, and there's an organization here in the state of Wisconsin now. It's called Wisdom. Okay, Wisdom have been working with a number of people in the system because they know that they have been over-sentencing everybody, right? So if anyone would like to know more about these situations we're dealing with, they can reach out to you, and you'll be able to let me and Tone know the circumstances or whatever it is that they have some concerns about. Okay.
Okay, hold on. So that is, if y'all want to reach us, go to the website, put in your comments and your likes, of course, and let us know what we can do or how we can communicate with this brother so that we can get some attention to this situation.
It's on GatorMamba.com.
Go ahead. You know, and I'm a previous resident of the state of Minnesota. You know, I previously worked with Reverend Jerry McAfee, Spike Moss, Sharif Willis with United for Peace. I've also networked it with Keith Ellis on a number of situations. He's also represented my cousin in a case where he was an attorney through legal rights. So I'm pretty much familiar what it takes to work together. If we can come together and take some of the resources that's available in Minnesota to come together with what we're doing here in Wisconsin, we can make an impact. We can make a very big impact on what we need to do here. Okay, and also one of the other major issues they're doing, when you get released from here, you're released with nothing. What Minnesota at least gives you $100, $200 when you leave. Wisconsin gives you nothing.
So they just send you out. They just send you out with nothing on the street. Expect you not to commit no more crime. Expect you to be able to put something in your belly with nothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then to make things even more difficult, I have the pay scale here. Okay? This is what they pay us for working in here. Okay? If you ever in your life have seen slavery, this is another form of it right here. Okay? Now they got a pay rate, and they say this is the people that's in Boona. So in Boona means that you don't work at all. They give you 5 cents an hour. Okay, and you get for 80 hours, you get $4 every 2 weeks. So if you're a pay rate 1, you get 14 cents. 80 hours, you get $10 every 2 weeks, which would be $20 a month. So if you're a pay rate 2, you get 21 cents. 80 hours will put you at $15.60 every 2 weeks. If you're a 3 rate, you get 26 cents. 80 hours give you $20.80. And the 4 rate and the 5 rate is extremely difficult to get. You have to be a model prisoner. You have to be here for a period of time. You have to go through some changes to get them 2 jobs. And they pay $28 a month, and then the other will pay $33 every 2 weeks. So it's very difficult for a person to get anything to come out with. And as far as the schooling and the education, it's a waiting list from here to Minnesota.
Mm.
That's how long the waiting list is. So now when you go in front of these people to try to get put in a minimum or move to a normal facility, it make it difficult to get there because now they're saying you haven't completed your programs. Okay? There's no way possible I can complete my program when the waiting list is 10,000 people.
Right.
So they automatically set you off or send you back and make you continue to remain at the institution you're in. Like the institution we're in right now, which is Stanley Correctional Institution, they have absolutely no program. There's no earned release program here. That's the program they have, which is a drug program that you go there, you can get out early once you complete the program. They don't have that here. They don't have any sub program, not one drug program here. Okay, 90% of the people that's in here have some type of substance use or alcohol use or something.
So slow that down. Let me just kind of repeat that. So you saying most prisoners, you know, not only got there because of some type of substance abuse issue, but then once they got there, in order to rehabilitate themselves, they need some type of training and or treatment so that they can learn how to not use that when they get out of the prison system.
Absolutely. And they don't have it here. They have nothing here. This place that we're at right now is a warehouse. They're just warehousing us.
Mm.
Yeah, and then if you go to the hole, they take whatever pay you was getting for 90 days. So now when you come back out the hole, you can't get a job or anything for 90 days. So it's extremely unfair how we're being treated. Okay, so that's the reason why I think it's important for everybody that's listening that have a concern or have some resources to come to the table so we can put this together. And once we put it together, then we will be able to monopolize on a way to strengthen what needs to be done here to make living conditions better.
So what you're really saying is that you won't be knocking at their door when shit get rough if they help right now. You know what I mean? You want to save me from you seeing my face when I get out because I ain't got nothing. You help me right now while I'm in here.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's all we're asking. And that's why it's so important. That's why it's so important for people to tune in to podcasts like the one you have so they can be informed. Because a lot of times when we don't know something, we can't do nothing.
Right.
So we want to inform them so they will be aware of what take place. Because if you know, they say if you know better, you do better.
Properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
How was living conditions
and there's so many
in
brothers in here
COVID
that have medical issues, man. It's ridiculous how the HSU treating them.
Here's a question. Here's a question that came in. How was the conditions during COVID?
I wasn't here then when COVID hit, but I was told that it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
okay?
So, yeah.
That they wasn't really honoring the protocols, that they was doing what they wanted to do the way they wanted to do it. And there's quite a few people that was sick in a major way here while we went through it.
Yeah. And here's another question I have. So I know that we're talking about a Wisconsin facility, but what I really want to know is, do you think that these are conditions, you know, across America, or you know, or is it more rougher in these northern states than the southern states? I don't know, really.
Well, I think it's a worldwide situation on how things are structured, but up here it's a little bit more ridiculous because a lack of resources, a lack of support. See, in other places like Minnesota, you have different people that would get together and advocate for their loved ones to help make changes. We're way up here in the boonies. And by us being way up here in the boonies, they're not used to nobody counteracting anything that they do that's incorrect. Mm-hmm. They've been doing things the way they want to do it for so long, to where it's that it would be a surprise if somebody challenged them on something.
Right.
Because of the location, because of where we're at. I mean, we're way up here in Stanley. There's nothing around us. Nothing. So what we're trying to do now, in the way you're doing what you're doing, is extremely important to get people to hear and to know and be aware what's taking place here.
Yeah. That's what we do. We need
Yeah.
the listeners to understand, the people to understand that we are no one if we're just by ourselves. But if we band together, if we strong, we could do something not only for you but for us too. You know what I mean? We need brothers like you. You know what I mean? The societies tell us that we got to throw you away because you made a mistake. You did something that you maybe had to do by necessity, and now when you come back into our embracement, oh, we should leave you alone. We shouldn't talk to you. We should do this. We should do that. No, absolutely not. Us here at Men in Black believe that you got a story to tell. You got people who was looking at you.
Got a community
before
to
you.
raise.
Yeah, people who was looking at you before you left, wondering, is this how I do things? And you got to come back and tell them, no, that's not how you do things. You know what I mean? We can't leave that gap. Otherwise, we got our youth out here running wild because they never understood what it took to be to make a mistake and to repent from that mistake.
Right.
Absolutely. And they gotta understand that I am somebody's child, I'm somebody's brother, I'm somebody's son, I'm somebody's father.
Right.
And all of them things right there hold value.
Right.
Okay? So if you're not gonna allow me to correct the mistake that I made to become a better man, you're gonna continue to take everything away from me. You done already took my freedom. Now you wanna take my dignity?
Right.
So these are the things that's extremely important that our loved ones in the community have to know. Okay, because the things that they're showing you on the news and in the newspaper about how these things is, that's trickery. That's propaganda. I'm giving you the truth on how this is being done here, and it's extremely unfair. You dig?
I got another question.
When we walk out this door, okay.
Sorry, I got another question that came in.
We have nothing. Okay.
It says, how can people help?
Okay. People can help by getting in contact with you. Once they get in contact with you and know what resources and support they have, then we can get together and put this together. It's about coming together, having a commitment to do something to make a change. That's the help that we need. We need everybody to come together.
Okay, so the Gator and Mamba show, we're going to commit to whatever is coming in to help, that we're going to divvy those resources to you, and we're going to make sure that there's a connection to get some type of attention over there at that prison system.
Absolutely.
And that's what's necessary, okay? So I'm going to do my part on this end to bring everything together to give y'all the statistics, the numbers, to back up. Everything I say, I'm going to give you the information to back it up. I just want the peoples in the community to come together to see that there's a better way to deal with someone that have made a mistake, that take full responsibility for the mistakes that we made. Because we honor, we made a mistake. We're paying the consequence for it, but we don't have to be punished severely.
Right. Right. It ain't no worries, brother. So we got your back over this way. We gonna do what we need to do to make sure that things change. Even if they ain't gonna change, you know what I mean? We still gonna make some noise.
Absolutely. And that would open the door to make some change, because once people see, man, or what's going on, see, so many people are blindsided about what's really going on because nobody talks about it. Nobody is making a concern of it. They're just going along with it, okay? We just lost 5 lives. 5 people have died within a year. That shouldn't have to be that way. If we're in the custody of these people, they should take care of us, okay? Because we didn't ask to be here. They put us here by force.
5 people?
By force, 5 people.
Jesus
5 people
Christ, in a year.
In 1 year, and about 3 or 4 of them in one prison. Okay, as of right now, they're trying to close this prison down. It's called Walpon. The prison name is Walpon. They're trying to close it down right now because it's inhumane. Walpon, Dodge, and Green Bay, these maximum security prisons, they've been inhumane for a number of years, but they still been keeping it open. The water is ridiculous. The staff come in there, they don't even want to use the water to
All
wash
calls
their
other than
hands.
properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
You know, so now they're getting them people out of there and they're moving them to a place where we're at right here because they're warehousing them, okay? And then everybody that they got on the parole board, when they first go up for parole board, they got everything negative that you did, so automatically they're setting you off. They got one person on the parole board that have the heart to want to parole people because they understand that most mistakes that these guys made, they made them at a young age. Now they have learned how to transform and grow up as men. They just want another chance to live their life. But these people is constantly setting them off, not giving them a chance. Continue to make them go to program, and then when they finish the programs, they come up with something else. It's just unbelievable, brother. So once y'all get to see what's going on here, it's gonna amaze you and the brothers in the community.
All right, bet them up. We go wrap up the conversation right here. But believe it, we own it, and tell the fellas that I'll be taking a call later. Give me an hour or two.
Okay, God bless y'all, man. Y'all take care of my brother. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. That, whew,
Jesus Christ.
It's so fucking good. We spitting off statistics. We spitting off the way we feel about the statistics and about the way we feel about something. And somebody on the inside says,
this is how
confirmed.
it is. This is how it is.
How it is, man.
Jesus Christ, that slavery shit is for real,
It's
ain't it?
for real, man.
That
It's
shit's
for
for
real.
real. Well, why? It seems as if these young fellas are eager to get into that
They
system.
in a rush to be slaves.
Man, we gotta talk to him, man.
We got to talk to them. That's what we hire them. We talk to them. We mentor them. That's what we on.
All right, well, let's fight.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, thank y'all for joining us. Very extensive conversation. It was deep, and I hope y'all was with us. Always remember, we got www.gatormamba.com, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, all of that. Comment. Let us know what you think. And most of all, fucking support. You heard what's going on right now. This is a mission, man. We ain't just talking. We moving, man. So make it happen. Peace out.